Kopps here, 2021 Golden Spikes Award winner. Hutchinson, start us off, please.
Hey, Kevin, I think it was after the Dick Hauser Trophy presentation, you said something along the lines of, it hadn't really set in for you yet. I mean, with this being another award, I mean, is this starting to kind of set in for you, or what's kind of the emotions like for you?
No, it still hasn't really set in yet. I think I need a couple more months. Like I said earlier, I still just kind of feel like Kevin.
Bob?
Hi, Kevin. Congratulations again. Just wondering what your reaction was to being drafted, pretty high by the Padres. Some people thought you might not be drafted that high just because of your age. Obviously, your accolades deserve that. But just wondering what your reaction was to that, and what kind of conversations you have had with the Padres. Do you expect to sign with them?
I was super excited when they called. It was so fast. I mean, I think everything happened within 15 seconds, and then we got to watch it on TV and just gave a bunch of hugs to my family, and we were all like, we're all filled with emotion. And I haven't talked to. I'm going to sign with the Padres. I haven't talked too much about what I'm going to do or my assignments or anything.
Did you guys work out a signing bonus before they drafted you, or are you waiting to see what they're going to offer? How's that working?
We worked something out before.
How good do you feel about what you were able to work out?
Very good about it.
And then have they talked about where, Dave Van Horn said, just because your age and experience, maybe start you in Double-A or High A. Have they talked to you about where they might start you? Do you expect to pitch for them this season, or would they shut you down and wait for next year? What's the plan there?
Like I said, they haven't really told me much, but I think the plan is to just be aggressive with me and start pitching me immediately.
Okay, thank you.
Nate?
Yeah, Kevin, have they talked to you about it, definitely a relief pitcher, or they talked to you as a possible starter?
I think it's going to be, I mean, they didn't say anything, but I'm pretty certain it's going to be relief pitcher.
Just how do you feel about that after having done both?
I like relieving a lot more. It's more fun.
Do you feel it'd be like middle to the same as you did at Arkansas, where you anywhere from middle to closer, or did they talk about that?
They didn't really say anything. I'm not really sure.
And as far as just the award, you say it hadn't sunk in, but this one, does it mean more to you, the Golden Spikes, perhaps, than all of them?
No. I mean, it's way up there, and but I mean, all of them are. I think all of them are up there. They're all really cool to me. I don't know. It's just like I said. I don't think it. I think part of that is it hasn't sunk in yet for me.
Thank you.
Jason?
Kevin, what would July 15th Kevin say to February 20th Kevin about everything that you've accomplished this year? And like, as you think about everything you've done from the start of the season and now, what's all this really mean to you?
Man, I don't know. I'd tell myself, I guess what Coach Hobbs always told me, that I was going to be an All-American, and to like have confidence in that, and just kind of reassure myself more, because I think as the season went on, that's when I started to build on top of myself and like really realize who I was. And what was the second question?
Just taking it all in, how much have you been able to do that, since the season ended, to just about everything that you were able to accomplish individually?
Like I haven't really been able to take it in that much. It still feels weird to me. Everything's been moving really fast for me right now, so I haven't really had a chance to kind of sit back and look at it.
And the final thing, just your legacy at Arkansas. What do you think that lasting legacy is for you?
I don't know. That's kind of a hard question to answer about yourself, I would say. But I mean, hopefully people look at my career and as like an inspiration to keep putting in the work and to not give up.
Tom, if you're there.
Yeah, my camera's out. Sorry. Congratulations, Kevin. You were up against Leiter and Rocker, Vandy's two big guys, and they have huge stats, a lot of strikeouts, a lot of wins. What does it mean, that that was your competition here?
I mean, it's an honor to be a part of that group with them. If you would have told me in the beginning of the season I would have been a part of it, I don't think I would have believed you, just because like they're already kind of known and they're huge deals, and they're really good players too. So it's just kind of an honor to be with them.
Okay. Did you ever, your cutter slider pitch, did you ever like give it a name? Like when you talk to other people about it, what do you say? What do you call it?
I usually just call it a cutter, but Coach Hobbs, I think, in an interview called it Steve. And halfway through the season, that's what everybody would call it. It's just Steve.
All right. So you don't know what your next step is, when you'll go report or anything. What do you think of the Padres, by the way? The organization.
I love them.
That's all I got. Thanks.
Troy?
Hey, Kevin, congratulations. We've heard you say it a couple of times where, you won all these awards, but you still feel just that you're Kevin. And I'm curious, obviously when you are introduced to somebody, you're not saying, hey, I'm the Golden Spikes Award winner, but you say, I'm Kevin. I'm curious how you would, just describe yourself.
I think I'm more of an introvert. I think I expect a lot from myself. So I think that's part of the reason why it hasn't sunk in, because I just expect this to happen. So I guess it tones down the emotions a little bit, but I think a big part of it is I like to keep to myself and not really talk that much.
These interviews must be fun then. I appreciate it.
They're my favorite.
Jaron? Did I pronounce that right? Jaron?
Yeah, Duran Miller with the Arkansas Sports Network. Hey, Kevin, to come basically out of nowhere really this year to win the Golden Spikes and all the awards you won versus guys like, Kevin Kumar Rocker and Leiter. I mean, that's got to be special. Do you credit it all to Beet Juice?
No, I credit it to just, to God. That was a huge part of my year last year, just getting back into who I was with that and just trusting his plan.
That's awesome. That's all I got.
We're coming back around, Hutch.
Kev, I just got a couple more. What have the last couple of, or what I guess the last month looked like since the season ended? Have you stayed around Fayetteville working out, or were you going everywhere across the country working out for teams, or what did that look like?
I took 10 days off, and then I started just lifting and throwing at the field at Bomb. So that's all I've been really doing.
And you said you had a deal worked out with the Padres ahead of time. So did you know that was going to be the team that was going to pick you, or were there multiple teams that were looking at it, or was there any suspense around when you would get picked?
Yeah, there was some suspense. I knew that there were 10 to 12 teams really interested in me. I hadn't heard the Padres come up. I had talked to their scouting for a little bit during the season and after the season, but it was kind of just it just kind of happened.
Bob, back to you.
Kevin, do you know why Matt decided to call that pitch Steve?
No, I don't. I think he just picked a random name.
Okay, so sometimes they call a pitch like a slurve. It's a slider curve, but Steve, I don't know, it just didn't make a lot of sense to me. I didn't know if there was a significance to that. And then, unfortunately, obviously everybody before this didn't get to take advantage of the name, image, and likeness. I'm sure you would have commanded a lot of interest. But seriously, if you had any people approach you about endorsing, Beet Juice or anything else, has anybody done that with you?
I get a couple messages here and there on Instagram or something, but nothing too big or anything like that.
And Eric Musselman's, he's from San Diego. He's a big Padres fan. Did you know that? And do you appreciate Eric's support?
Yeah, I did know that. Yeah, when he tweeted out about it, I got super stoked.
Okay, well, thanks.
Jason, anything else?
So Hunter Yurchek breaks the news today by putting out a tweet. What was that like? Because I guess you found out early, around 5, whatever it was. What was it like waiting for the announcement on TV to come, and what's it like knowing your AD breaks the news about you winning the Golden Spikes?
I love Hunter, and he's a good friend, and I don't know. I think it's cool that he was the one that was able to do it, and I didn't really have a lot of time in between me doing the segment and then having to go do other interviews and signing stuff. So once I finished that, we only had to wait a couple minutes before it aired.
Troy, everything else?
I'm all good. Appreciate it though.
Nate, if you have anything, finish us off, please.
No, I'm fine. Thanks.
All right. Kevin, thank you.
Thanks, guys.